A lot of times as martial artists, when we see something happening that we feel is wrong in the realm of violence, we will be very well tempted to intervene like the camera guy does in this video.
And while they were here, they always wore a mask.
Is this a private matter? Is this a private matter or not? Personal problem, man. See what you're doing?
I was advised by police officers when I was a reservist in the military, do not intervene in domestic violence matters. They hate domestic violence calls. Sometimes the person that's the victim in domestic violence can attack you if you are attacking the abuser. But I still understand why camera guy intervened. This is something that irks me too.
What are you doing? Why? Why are you doing this, huh?
What's the deal?
Deal, huh?
What's the deal?
I feel trapped.
You trapped?
I feel like I'm getting beaten.
He beating you?
I feel like
You beat her?
I can't leave out the house.
You can't leave out the house?
I can't. I feel that I'm supposed to live a good life. And I'm not living the life that I want to live.
So what's this deal about you beating her?
I feel that I have to stay with him, and he's the only option I got to live.
So right now, camera guy has some pretty decent evidence that he could turn over to the police or some type of social work specialist that's very qualified to handle domestic violence situations.
And I don't want to live with him.
You don't want to live with him?
I want to live
Did he
in his house.
did he bust your lip?
Yeah, and it got a knot on my head. I'm getting beat up.
So you beating her ass?
And he think I'm a
Huh?
woman. I'm a
You beat her?
Yeah, I did. I slapped around a bit. Yeah, I did.
So we have an admission of guilt on camera by truck guy. Camera guy shows the judo tenet of mutual welfare and benefit and the taekwondo tenet of courtesy by deciding to have the courtesy and thinking of other people's welfare by intervening in the situation. Just his presence alone is enough to diffuse it, and he should have stopped there. But what he does next shows a lack of the taekwondo tenet of self-control, and he makes some tactical errors where he could have actually gotten killed, and truck guy may have been able to get away with it, in my opinion.
I'm gonna change your life, bro.
So you slapped her around to change her life?
I'm trying to get her. She's trying to get her to realize what she's doing to herself, what she's doing to me.
And
man.
slapping her around changed her life?
I don't know
Stop
about
playing,
that, bro.
man.
I don't know about that, dude. You
Stop playing, man.
Stop playing. Dude, you don't know shit.
I know everything, but
Dude,
I'm
you
saying,
hands on me, dude.
man, you put your hands on her, man.
Camera guy, you just reached inside of someone's vehicle who was not being aggressive towards you, and you struck him, and it's recorded on camera. You went inside of his domain to strike him when he did not strike you, or he was not even threatening to strike you. Okay, I'm not a lawyer. Keep in mind, I'm not a lawyer, but I do believe there's a thing called castle doctrine. And from things I've read, in some aspects of castle doctrine, depending on what state you're in, I don't know what state they're in, a person's car or vehicle can be considered their castle. So that means they can use lethal force to defend their castle. So next in this video, truck guy reaches for a knife. And if you're that close enough to hit him, he is close enough to stab you with that knife. Probably quicker than you can hit him because his reach with the knife may be further than your reach with your empty hand. Not only that, you're also now close enough to get infected with the coronavirus because it does not sound like you're wearing a mask. And truck guy is not wearing a mask. So it sounds like camera guy's not wearing a mask. Truck guy is not wearing a mask. Camera guy may have picked up COVID from this interaction because they're not talking at a low volume, and they're definitely closer than 6 feet if camera guy can strike truck guy.
Man, listen,
exactly.
stop playing
Why
with
you put
me,
your
man.
hands on me, dog?
And I don't give a fuck. Walk around
It's
here
a
real
matter,
quick.
man. It's a private goddamn matter, dude.
Come on,
It's a
man.
private
You
matter.
just nodded her up, man. Well, I just
I'm
happen to
telling
be
you.
here real quick. So what we
Exactly.
gonna do?
I'm trying to change your life, bro. She slept with a
Well,
lot of people,
Man, I
man.
don't give a fuck who she slept with,
She slept with a
bro.
lot of people, man.
But you put your hands on her.
I'm trying to get her to change her life.
Ah, man, you just pulled your knife, so we gonna do all
Do
that
what,
gangster.
man?
guy with your knife?
Truck guy has a knife right here where he's close enough where he can stab camera guy at any time. Fortunately, truck guy doesn't stab camera guy. Truck guy actually ends up whimpering away and driving off. Okay, which I'm glad. But camera guy and people watching this, I want to say this first of all. I understand, camera guy. I understand. Believe me, I understand. Okay, without putting people's business out there, I understand. Okay, I understand, camera guy. I understand how you feel. Okay, I do not condone what truck guy did at all. Okay, and I like that you intervened. Okay, the last time I had to intervene in a situation like that, I didn't have to put my hands on anyone. Just my presence and my expression of anger and disgust was enough to break the cycle of the violence and make the people involved stop. That's what I recommend that you would get yourself to a point too. Now, had push come to shove and one or both of them had attacked me, I'm trained enough to defend myself. So if you're going to go around and intervene in domestic violence situations, I have to ask, are you trained in martial arts or any type of combative training at all? Do you know how to deal with knife disarms? Do you know how to deal with multiple opponents? Do you have the authority to do that? Because if you are not a police officer, if you're a civilian, I don't know if you have the authority to intervene in a matter like that or not. Maybe you can make a citizen's arrest. If you don't actively see the violence happening at the time, you may not have the authority to do anything. But if you would like to get to the point to where you could possibly deal with knife disarm, I still think if somebody came out with me, I run the possibility of possibly getting cut. That's why they made knives. They didn't make knives for fun. They made them so that the person wielding a knife can cut or kill someone who is bigger, stronger, faster, more skilled than them. So 9 times out of 10, even if you have training, knife beats empty hand. So let's be clear about that. But that being said, if you're going to intervene in situations like that, or you feel that you may, do you have training? Do you have a weapon of your own? She asked in this video twice, I don't know if I caught it in my sampling of it. She asked him if he has a gun.
You got any type of gun?
A gun, 9 times out of 10, is going to be the knife, except when the knife wielder is closer than 25 feet. But usually the presence of a gun can diffuse a situation too. And I wouldn't recommend pulling out a gun unless you saw actual violence occurring at the time. So, you should take a martial arts class. That's why I comment on things like this. 1, I would advise any student of mine to confront, but do not get physical. Unless they are physical with you, then you respond with appropriate force. Okay? 2, to regular people, if you feel as though you might intervene in a situation like this, take a martial arts class. If you would like to take a martial arts class with me, you can do that now because we're in a virtual world. Look at the information on the About tab of this channel and find out about it. And all that being said, I do not like what truck guy did at all. I understand, cameraman, I understand. But we can't always do what we feel like. But then, like I said, I understand. I'm getting worked up just even talking about this subject. Confront, but you cannot do like camera guy did, because the way the footage is right now, all it shows is camera guy hitting someone. It doesn't show truck guy hitting anyone. It even shows truck guy having the knife here and looking like he's the more reasonable person because he didn't just start slashing right away when he got hit once. So it's all about how it looks on camera sometimes. I hate to say it, but that's the world we live in. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people that talk about the martial arts in peace. And as always, thank you for your time. And don't think that I think what truck guy did is okay. I do not.
Man, you stole on me, bro. I didn't do nothing to you.
Bro, but you did whatever to her.
You got any type of gun?